Action.
I was 21. 1982, October 2nd to be precise, Hussain came to see me. It was an arranged marriage. He liked me, but I was a little bit hesitant. I did not even know if this is the real man for me. He lived in Egypt at that time, and he came back to marry me on May 21st, 1983. We didn't really get into the proper marriage as such. However, after that, we traveled to Malaysia, we traveled to Indonesia, it was Kuala Lumpur, it was Jakarta, then we went to Singapore. That was when those nightmares started. It was so scary. I had no clue whatsoever what was happening. A dream, a fear of a spiral staircase. I could see a shadow going up and a robe being pulled down that staircase. That was what really scared me. The moment that dream would come, I would get that trigger and a big kind of a pain would run down my arm, my right arm like that, and I would scream my guts out. Hussain had no clue what was happening over there. I had the inability to conceive. It took me 4 years to have a baby. I had vertigo, claustrophobia, fibroadenoma, lumps and cysts in the breast, you name it. My body was a haven of diseases. However, after 4 years of marriage, I was adamant that I must have a child because coming from that culture, his mother started actually blaming me, saying, oh, she's a barren woman, you'll have to get married, she doesn't have any children. So I was determined that I'll have a baby. We went ahead and I had a baby naturally. However, after that, it took me 7.5 years to have the second child. I learned a little bit of neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis. Then the third baby, I programmed a natural conception. I had already studied the art. I had learned how the subconscious mind worked. Had a healthy, nice baby boy at that point of time. That was a great achievement. It was success for me. After that, I said to myself, now I needed to heal my life. And I needed to heal this unstable marriage. It was going up and down on the rocks more often. I come from a society which is a male-dominated society, and I was more of a talker. But Hussain was a more quieter man. Oh boy, it was a long journey. 3 beautiful kids, confident. This is what he said to me. Come, I'll take you to a new place. I'll show you something new. I said, what? Where are we going? He said, go quickly, put on your dress and come. I just ran, put on a little white dress, white sleeveless frock, and I ran. He took me on the cycle. At that same time, he had a piece of newspaper. He folded out. I asked him, why do you need a newspaper? He says, I'll show you something new. Come with me. It's really nice. You'll really like it. I was a little bit hesitant. I was scared. But he hit me and he put me on the bike. We went over there. Now, as we reached that place, it was my aunt's oil shop, and this is in Bangalore. In that oil shop, he takes me inside and he puts me on the floor over there. He put the newspaper on that floor and he said, lie down over there. I said, God, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we going to do over here? He says, come, I'm going to show you something new. I tried running out to the door. He caught me back. He put me back on that newspaper. That was the first time. I was only 7 years old. Can you imagine? Just seven, sweet 7 years old. Innocent as ever. He put me down and over there, ripped off all my clothes. He started abusing me. He did whatever he had to do, but nothing happened. Believe me, I had all the confidence in the world, and I said, come on, Safiya, this is the place, this is the time. Show your confidence. I had that power within me. I just managed to push him up over there, and I threw him out. Again, I ran back to the first door. I tried to open it out. He came back, slapped me, he closed it. I managed to run through the next door. That time it gave him some time just to think, what do I do with her? As I went back to the second door, there was a twig in it. I opened it out and I tried to go out. He tried to bring me back onto that newspaper on the ground. Somehow we both had a fight with one another. He kept slapping me and I managed to run out of that shop from behind over there. And I was this little girl, scared, looking around. Where do I go? Who do I ask? I ran up to the hall and asked people to help me out. Nobody could hear my sound, just no one. It was a busy street, people busy in the wedding. Everybody went around doing their own thing. I said, help, somebody help me. Nothing happened. I had to help myself. So I ran on that road. I ran for my life. He went and got a cycle from my aunt's shop, and he followed me behind. God, I must have ran for my life. I don't think I ran so fast. I'm getting even goose flesh telling you all this. As I ran up there, I realized this is my aunt's house. I went there to my aunt's house. He came back, caught me from the bike. Again, I ran back to that aunt's house. Now, there was a staircase. This was the most scariest moment of my life, even thinking about that grey color old staircase. I ran up that staircase, went and told my aunt, and while she was having lunch, I told her, look, this is what he's doing to me. This was childhood abuse, assault. I went there, I told her, she didn't believe me. She says, go back home, he's just playing the fool with you. He is standing down there and I'm up. I'm scared to go down. My heart is in my mouth. He finally comes up halfway through, pulls me down over there. I went down. Now this was the time I just wanted to go running back again. This is the time where he slapped me left, right and center, running up and down the staircase, taking all that slapping, all those shots across my face. My dress was torn, all on one side, the other side it was torn. I could hardly wear it. It was just a neck which I had to wear the dress on. It was all torn from this side. Now, he says, you are not going to tell anyone anything about what happened. God forbid, if you open your mouth and tell anyone, I'll kill you. I just couldn't breathe at all. That's because he put himself all over my chest. I got scared. It was lunchtime. All of us were called for lunch by the kitchen. My eldest uncle, he asked me, anything wrong with you? I said, no, I can't. I'm not feeling well. He says, what's wrong with you? I can't breathe. Are you sure? He was more or less like a doctor. He checked me out. He says, no, you're fine. You'll be okay. But if you have any breathing problem, please do let me know. I needed an answer to learn to heal my life the right way. I just needed all those diseases, everything to vanish, to go away. I literally wanted my marriage to be as happy as ever. So Hussain and I both actually studied neuro-linguistic programming. As we started working on one another, he started working with me and he helped me to heal my life. A lot of hypnotherapy sessions he did. It wasn't very easy because we don't work with one another, but Hussain did a wonderful job. He helped me to heal my life, to get rid of all that anger, the unwanted feelings of hurt, sorrow, guilt, everything. Just to push them away, I had to do a lot of forgiveness work through hypnosis and hypnotherapy as well. So then one more thing I did, I want you to understand that this is very important. The outside world will not change. Everyone remains the same. There's only one person who changes. That was me. I changed. And as I changed, I looked at Hussain through a different perspective and he seemed to be a different man. What more can I ask for? This is our life. We're very happily married, alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah Almighty. It's 31 years of marriage right now. My mother had a magnet on her refrigerator. It was made out of granite. It said something very, very important to us while we used to sit and have breakfast. And I could see that magnet on her refrigerator. So my mom had only two choices on her menu. Take it or leave it. Success begins with a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the quicker or stronger man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Contagious enthusiasm flows through my veins. My muscles have been injected with an overdose of motivation, and my heart pumps on rechargeable batteries of self-confidence, just like granite. I love it. Okay.
So nice spending time with you.
Bus.
That's better. That's nice. That's real good.
Listen to this one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppercorn. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppercorn, hey, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked? Perfect.